Let me make sure. All right.
I think I have no shirt.
So Jackie, you can go ahead and start us up. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Awesome. I'm so excited that you guys are here. Thank you for letting me run this. And I was telling Maggie before we started that I was going to do just the traditional success tracker, but then I listened to the National Wake Up Call and I thought that I also do this, which is I posted it on our group. So if you didn't print it out, maybe you can look at it on your phone or something. But I also do this every single week, and it really has helped me grow in my own confidence in running my business. So I feel like this plus my cute little binder of my success trackers.
Oh, yeah, see? You got one too.
This only started like 3 weeks ago, ladies. I was not into it, but then what was happening is I felt like I never shut it off. I was always like answering people or messaging and texting and posting, and I just felt like, oh my God, it's like running my life and I can never disconnect. So this really helps me. I spend the majority of the time this is not me and Noah, but this tracker helps me because it has those times. So thank you, Maggie, for reminding me that you told me like day one because I didn't remember. So I do use it, and I feel like it's reduced my stress and also my productivity because I tell Noah, like, stay out. It is my power hour, and I just get it all done. You can get so much done in that 1 hour. But what I wanted to focus on today is more of our background so that we can really zone in on why are we even doing this, right? And when it gets so stressful and we're like, we cannot do this, well, we can do this, and help us like rethink of what made us want to do this in the first place. So I always start actually with like a short little meditation. So we're going to do that. Just a couple minutes.
I need that.
We usually do like 5 minutes, but we're just going to do like 3 minutes today. Okay. And so if you do not love meditation, that's okay. It probably means you need it more. Right? And the purpose of it is really just to bring you to the present, okay? And today we're going to do a meditation about what it would look like for you to have success in life, okay? This is bigger than Beachbody. This is life. So let's close our eyes and take a deep breath in. As you breathe in, think of your favorite color as it fills you up and energizes you. As you breathe out, let go of any limiting beliefs. When we meditate, we use a cycle breath, which is filling our belly up like a balloon, holding it for a few seconds, and then releasing for 3, 2, 1. Go through that breath cycle for 3 times, thinking of that favorite color, filling all parts of you with joy and excitement. And then visualize you on your best day ever. Just you. If other thoughts or people or family are there, acknowledge them and then send them out of your mind. This is your day. What does that feel like? Does it bring you power, joy, excitement? What does it look like for you as you look around your mind's eye? The colors, Other sounds or textures, and just take a moment to breathe that in. Anchor it to your soul. And with one more cleansing breath, bring yourself back to this physical space, remembering that joy and excitement and whatever amazing feelings you felt. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
And now we have to work.
Now you're mine. Now you're putty in my hands.
I love that.
Okay, guys, it's so powerful. I mean, I used to hate meditation, but I do it every single day, and it's just so good. It's so good for you. And so it helps you kind of like clear that crap out of your brain. And honestly, it's not easy at first. You just have to keep doing it a couple minutes, and then you get really good at it. So I always start with that, so it kind of anchors me in, like, that's what I want to feel. I want to feel that amazing feeling every single day. So how the heck am I going to get there? Step one, personal development, creating your mind. It is for you. I feel that before this whole journey, I created this space. I've been doing personal development for like 15 years, okay? So this is not like overnight. But this platform is giving me like this voice about it. So does anybody want to share what they're doing for personal development right now?
I just finished reading, can't remember the author, but The Compound Effect. And I loved it. I loved it.
I don't know what is it about? I don't know that one.
Oh,
basically, what he teaches is what we tell our people, our group, in that you do one small thing, and over time you do it consistently, and over time it compounds the effect. So he gives the example at the start of the book. Would you rather have, I can't remember the exact number, it was huge, like $300,000 now, or would you like to have a penny that would compound every month? And awesome. Of course, everybody's going to say, well, I want $300,000. Where the fact is that by the end of the month, that penny has now become close to $1 million, and you're stuck with only 300,000 because it compounds over time. And it was really a good book. I can't remember the name of the book that I just started today, but that one sounds interesting as well. So I do enjoy the personal development. And I did start meditating as well.
Yes, good. April. I love the Calm app. I did end up paying for the year because it walks you through like 7 days of different things. So I just do like that. They're like 12 minutes, but they're more of like sitting and listening to somebody talk you through like how you're feeling and these kinds of things. But yes, I highly recommend. Regina got me into this one, The Energy Bus. It like transformed. If you haven't read it, it's so easy. I actually listened to it on like runs and walks. It's so easy. And it's such a powerful message. And I think it helped me so much, like, let go of the naysayers of like, I felt in the beginning I was chasing people, like, pick me, pick me, pick me. But they're not my people. Like, my people are coming because I have this message. And so that's kind of what the Energy Bus talks about. Like, when you have positive energy, positive people will want to be around you. Does anybody else have one?
Yes. I'm reading like I have a system. So every morning I go right to my bathroom at 5 a.m. and my workout clothes are laying there. And I just started this in October and I haven't stopped except for the weekends. I sleep in on the weekends. That's like my time. And I wake up, I get my workout clothes on and I sit down and I do my 5-minute journal. You can get it on Amazon. I like it because I'm trying to think now. There's always like an inspirational quote at the top. And then you have to write down 3 things you're grateful for. And he says to focus on just for the past 24 hours. what you're grateful for, because then it gives you an intention to feel and look for the things that you're grateful for the next 24 hours. So you have, you know what I mean? So it's not just like, we all know you're grateful for your health. We all know that you're grateful for your family, but what about, it kind of forces you to dig a little deeper. Like, what is it about your family that you're so grateful for? Like, my kids got along yesterday. Like, that's huge. Like, it makes you get really specific with it. And then you write down 3 things that you're like, that will make today great. And he suggests something that is intentional on you, not, it's going to be a beautiful day. That is not in your control. You have to put down 3 things that are in your control. Like, I'm going to eat healthy today, or I'm going to finish my workout, or I'm not going to pause my workout, or, something. Like, I always say I'm going to help 2 people on their journey, or I'm going to find that leader, or something along those lines as far as my business goes. And then, and then affirmations, positive affirmations. So that's the morning. And then at night you go back and reflect on the day. So I love that 5-minute journal. And then I read, I just finished reading, oh my gosh, you guys are going to be so bored with me. So proud of myself. I just finished the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. It took me forever, but it's funny how this kind of like happened during COVID, me reading this, because it really taught me how to step up as a leader during this whole time. But I'm done with that. So I'm reading You're a Badass at Making Money and Heart Talk by Cleo Wade. It is awesome. It's just like little snippets of like, self-love and worth and quotes and poems by her. And so that's what I do. Sorry, not to bore you guys, but that's my morning routine.
I always love like these calls, no matter what it is. Whether I get anything done for Power Hour or not, like I feel like I'm already taking something from this call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at personal development. Like, I put myself last, and the only thing not checked off on my thing is personal development. Literally the only thing, and that's not good, because that's like what burns you out, So my Made for More challenge group, one of my coaches, she does podcasts. She posts a podcast once a week. So I've been starting to listen to podcasts, which is new for me because I never did that. I'm not good at reading. I want to be, but I've been trying to read that book. But I do meditate every morning for 5 minutes. And then the other thing I do with Maggie that reminded me with the journaling, and I was journaling just 5 things I'm grateful for every day, but I was almost doing it with like no intent. I was just writing them just to say I wrote in my grateful journal today. And I wasn't like being intentional with it. And after one of the podcasts we listened to from my challenge group, it said like, be very intentional when you write these things down. For me, I'm a list person. I want to check it off my list. So I'd write really fast right before my workout 5 things I'm grateful for. And when I truly changed and just stopped to take a breath for like 4 minutes and write things down, it totally changed it. So just being like intentional with personal development is something I need to do. So see, I already took something from this. I need to be better.
I'm done. Thank you.
I'll jump in there and
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, I'll jump in and say too that I've been listening to the podcasts. That's been super helpful. I actually like look for it every week for Kimmy to post it. I'm like, well, she posted the podcast yet this week, because it opens my brain to like new people and new stories and new ways to like talk about, or just things to listen to, right? But I've also been I come from like a Christian faith, and so I've been doing it's called Abide, and it's an app that does Christian-based meditation. So I've been giving that a shot, and I thought that was just interesting. It just gives a different like twist on it, and it kind of knocks 2 stones for me out in one day: meditation and a little bit of spiritual start to the morning. And then, I just finished reading When Less Becomes More by Emily Lee. And Erin, if you're not a reader, I'm not a reader. And it has a lot of wonderful pictures. And it's got little places to write. So it's also got like kind of a journaling aspect too. And it was such a quick read and it was amazing. So
What's
That's
it
another
called?
one that I just finished. When less becomes more, it's essentially like just taking a step back on life and focusing on what's most important. And for the mamas out there, it's a really good read for mamas.
What if we put all of our good ideas in the chat and then we can copy and paste it before we end the meeting?
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
do
know if we can
that.
keep that, but
Because
yeah.
I have another suggestion. Natalie sparked an idea. There's one called 100 Days to Brave,
Ooh, fun.
and it is devotions for unlocking your most courageous self. Oh my gosh, this one was an awesome one. You would like it. They're short,
Yeah.
but each day it tells you what makes you brave in this life, and it's it's biblical. It refers to the Bible, and
Cool.
it's so good. Oh my God, I have the chills
love
right
it.
now. Like, this is awesome.
Good. You guys, I'm
Perfect.
obsessed
I'll
with
put it in
Rachel
there too.
Hollis. I've read Girl Wash Your Face like 500 times. And Erin, when I say read, I mean listen on Audible. I do not read. I'm like the non-reading teacher. It's fine.
I really like when I get into a book, I love it. But I've not been into, like, I get excited to wake up to lay in bed and read and go to sleep. So it's like a movie, you know, like, but I don't know why. I think I started reading way too much personal development and they were all the same. Like Girl Wash Your Face, You Are a Badass. Like, what's the one, the effed up one? What's it called?
Oh, I know what one you're talking about, but I don't. Yeah, like
Yeah.
F yourself or something.
Okay.
All those. And then I feel like I just like got not bored because that's like I love that stuff, but there were no characters. I could pick it up and put it down whenever I wanted to.
Energy bus. There's a whole story. It's like it's a story. It's really good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, try it.
I would love to read, but I just
I don't love to read, but this is so good, you guys. Thank you.
Okay,
'Cause
can
it is
I just
something that's
say,
super-
Jackie and Erin being teachers, thank you, because I've never been a reader. And I always felt guilty as a
Don't
teacher.
tell them.
Yeah, shh,
I'm like, read
it's really our
this.
secret. But I'm like, oh, so thank you.
Yes. Okay, ladies, we're going to move on to the next part, which is just really zoning in on our why. So that is why I kind of flip my success tracker. Personal development has to be first because you're not going to know your why. You're not going to know why you're doing this, and you're not going to feel confident. That's the bottom line if you don't know your why. And that was something that I worked on very long time in detail when I first started coaching and have done ever since. Every time like I hit a milestone or get more people, I'm like, what am I, like, where am I going? So let's take about just 10 minutes to refocus, restructure, massage your why. And if you have a great why, you can move on to your limiting beliefs, which are the things holding you back. You are the only person holding you back. So let's do that for 10 minutes. I'll play some music for us. Boys seem to like the girls who laugh at anything. The ones who get undressed before the second date. Girls seem to like the boys who don't appreciate all the money and the time that it takes to be fly as a mother. She's got her both eyes out for Mr. Right. This is she just don't know where to find them. But I hope they all come out tonight. Where do the good boys go to? Hide away. She's a good girl who needs a little company. Look at her and love someone. Let me know where do the good boys go to? Hide away. Boys seem to like the girls who like to kiss and tell. Talking them up about the things they do so well. But I'd rather be a man who's down for the chase, putting in the time that it takes to be fly as a mother, to supply all of her heart's demands. Suit and tie, 'cause undercover
I wanna save her life like Superman. Where do the good boys go to hide away? She's a good, good girl who needs a little company. Looking home and love, someone let me know. Where do the good boys go to hide away? Tell me where the good boys go. Tell me where the good boys go. Tell me where the good boys go. Somebody tell me where the good boys go. Tell me where the good boys go. Tell me where the good boys go. Somebody tell me where the good boys go. Tell me where the good boys go. Tell me where the good boys go. Where the good boys go, where do the good boys go to hide away? She's a good, good girl who needs a little company. Looking home and love, someone let me know. Where do the good boys go to hide away? Hide away. And love, someone let me know. Where do the good boys go to hide away? All the times that you rain on my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my name. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake. You think I'm crying on my own. And didn't write a song, cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care. I don't, but you still hit my phone up. Baby, I'll be moving on, and I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Baby, you should know that my mama don't like you, she likes everyone. Are we out of the woods yet? I never like to admit that I was wrong. Are we in the clear? I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. You let the way you look that much, baby, you should go yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go yourself. Say you'll never let me go. Taking it slow, but it's not typical. He already knows that our love is fire. His heart was a stone, but then his hands roam. I told him to go, and it took him. I'll be a daydream. I'll be faithful. We could be beautiful. Drunk on the night, take you better. Say you'll never let me go. You take my bones away. You take the back time. We should hide away. Go da 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 da. You taste like that. I still hear it on back to highway. We should go da 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 da. Do 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 do. Remember when you breathed too soon? 20 stitches in the hospital room. You started crying, baby, I did too. When the sun came up, I was looking at you. Remember when we couldn't take the heat? I walked out and said I'm setting you free. Monsters turned out to be just trees. When the sun came up, you were looking at me. You were looking at me. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? You light my bones away. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. She be my queen since we were 16. We want the same things, we dream the same dreams. Alright, alright. I got it all, 'cause she's the one. Her mom calls me love, her dad calls me son. Alright, yeah, alright.
All right, ladies, whenever you're ready. Sorry I don't have my headphones. I had to get a new computer from work. I'm using that one. And they weren't configured when I tried today. Was this hard for anybody that's willing to share? Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good stuff to know if it was hard for us. So for me, when I first started, it was completely hard for me because I had no self-awareness, okay? And the way you get that self-awareness is by starting to trust yourself. So like we were talking about the compound effect or those gratitude things. Do that. Stop breaking promises to you. I've done it a million times, but once I stopped doing that and I really showed up for me, it started to just kind of like manifest its own self. So if you're struggling with your why, that's okay. That just means that you have to do work on it. And if you're stuck in your why, you need to light your passion a little bit. And so I just really think about like the personal development piece will help you with your why. The journaling and the showing up and the doing helps you really figure that out. And we have great trainings in our coaches group under the units, and then that new website that Maggie made that talks about crafting your story. Pretty much your story is your why, and when you live your why, you find your people, because your people want to hear your why. And that for me has been like, I get goosebumps when I talk about it, because that's what like switched for me, where I'm like, I'm not selling something. I am changing people's lives, okay? Face cream does not do that, although I love the face cream. It doesn't change your whole entire life from the inside out. And that's why I love doing this. I could have one client or 100 clients. It's about like one person each day saw me and was like, thank you. Thank you for expressing your why. And for me, Facebook has become my journal. And I just ripped it off like a Band-Aid, like I talked yesterday. Sorry, the neighbor's building a porch. But it's really therapeutic once you trust yourself. And I use that whole idea of like, rip it off, jump in, let's do it. And it gets easier as you go. And your why really does develop over time. Does anybody want to share theirs? Oh, okay, I will. Don't you worry. Oh, Maggie, star student.
Okay, I'll go.
Go ahead, E.
Oh, okay. So I was like sitting here for a minute. We were just supposed to do our why, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm such a bad student. Okay.
It's okay.
So,
if you need it, we're done. You can move on, kind of thing.
okay. So I was trying to get all fancy with it, like my why. And honestly, like I wrote down, I do this honestly because it's fun. Like I have so much fun. When we were on my team power hour today, I was saying if I didn't have this, like I don't know what I'd be doing today. Probably just anxious, sitting around, groggy, like sitting on my couch all day. Like if I didn't have a crew to get up and work out with, I would have been laying in bed all morning like I used to when I was in college. And So my first why is to help all the women that thought and said to themselves and looked at women on Instagram and thought that could never be me. Like, I can't do that. My body won't do that. So I would say that's like my who and my why is to remind those women, because that was me. Like, I'm like, my body won't, I can't do that. And because it's fun. And my friendships, like I wrote down Maggie and I wrote down Dream Team. Like, I don't know what I would do without them. I don't know what I would do without them. And then, because it holds me accountable as hell. Like, so accountable. So those are my ways.
Perfect.
Should we snap?
So you say like you have fun, like this business is fun for you, but it sounds like it's filling a void for like a purpose that you are like craving, which of course it's like fun doing, but that's because you love it so much.
Yeah.
Right?
And I mean, when I'm not at school, like, I can't be in the classroom with my kids, you know? And so I feel like this is, yeah.
My why, I just kind of brain dumped. I just like wrote down a whole bunch of stuff. So I put, my why is to have purpose, have happiness in my life, leave a legacy for my family, especially my kids, my grandkids, freedom from any sort of financial burden for obviously my family, my kids, my grandkids, to have job security. And I never used to write that down until recently with Mike's unemployment. Like, I just want him to find something that he is passionate about and that makes him happy, that wants, like, where he wakes up and is excited about his life, because for the longest time he wasn't. So for now, like, we could probably make that work because of this business and this, what it's done for me, and for us. To live a long and happy, healthy life, because when you do this, when you are working out and you're more accountable with your nutrition and you're trying new things and you're taking risks, you start to live, oh, sorry, hold on a second, my phone's ringing. There you go. You start to live a longer, healthier life, just mind, body, soul, everything. Not to go back to an 8 to 5, that will always be my why. I want to be my own boss. I'm realizing that I don't want to work for somebody anymore. Like, I don't want that, and provide a stress-free life for my family. So, yeah.
That was beautiful.
Anybody
Thank
else?
you.
Yeah, Stephanie, go for it.
Hi guys, I've never actually talked. I'm Stephanie.
Yes.
So like Maggie, I sort of brain dumped. Sorry, that's my dog.
That's okay.
Shush. I sort of brain dumped, but my biggest why when I started with Maggie when she reached out is I'm competitive with myself. So my biggest why was to prove to myself that I could do this, that I could show up for the workouts, that I could get my nutrition on track. And then it came to then it came to, well, I could share this with other people, and I can share this with other people, and I can get people on board. So that was my first why. My second and third are always my health and mental health, because like so many of us, mental health challenges in my family, myself, not a pretty picture. And I want to show my kids that there's an outlet through a support system, through exercise. Your nutrition can help with your mental health. And then to make money, to have a additional income where I could supplement the extra things for my kids that being a single mom I can't do right now. So those are my why.
I'm getting emotional.
You guys are gonna cry. I mean, I'm a crier. But
I know.
thank you so much
This
for
is
sharing.
Giving me all the feels. And Stephanie, I've never heard you talk until you talked on your stories today. And I was like,
so
oh my
great.
gosh, she's the cutest thing ever. Like, yes. So I admire you for getting, because I know it's not easy to talk on stories and look at yourself, you know? So you did great. You did awesome today. It was awesome. I like texting her, I'm like, you just talked on your stories.
Yep. It's a rarity.
Awesome, you guys. I would recommend you guys write it down on like a sticky so it's everywhere in your face. Mine is Mom Purpose. It has morphed into a million things. And I'm like out of control. Like my whole house is a bunch of word signs. Like right here, I started with today, I show up for me. I got a tattoo of a heart on my wrist. If you look behind me, we got like millions of things happening. But I see it and it creates this like beautiful space that it's happening. So do that, like write it down and live it. It's in how we were saying, like with Aaron, when you find passion in something, that's what fills your cup. And then when you fill your cup, your purpose is to share it with the world. I posted that video. I can't even think of her name right now. On the coaches, on the sneak peek. I posted a video.
Robbins.
Thank you. And I was like, oh, this is right. Because you always think like your purpose is like for you, but really your passion is for you. And then your purpose becomes like sharing that gift. And so once you find your own passion, it just lets you shine bright. And that's like my total mantra is I want to shine so bright so I can empower other women to find their light and shine bright so they feel it. You know, it's like, this is an amazing feeling. So thank you guys. And if you are not there yet, it's okay. You need to just do a deeper dive into this topic. And like I said, there's so many resources. If you want to message one-on-one, I can help you because this is my jam. I'm all about this because I believe that when you know your why, you no longer feel sketchy, gross, disgusting when you're talking to people. You are basically just sharing your story. And it's talking like this or to your friend, like you're just telling them your story and then they trust you because you trust you. And then you just build this relationship. So I have long passed my warm market. I don't even think I had one. My sister-in-law signed up for Beachbody. She told me that she didn't even tell me. Like she didn't even use me. And I was like, okay, I'm just done with those people because they're not my people. You know, my people are you guys. And then the depression warriors and the moms that are looking for purpose. And that's my people. And it really opens my eyes to like my physical people are not really my people. So I couldn't wait to do this because I'm like, these are my people and they inspire me and we're all positive. And yes, we all have our crap, but we lay it out there and we like lift each other up. We don't sit in it and try to push other people down. And it's been really, that's been a transformation right now is like really realizing who your people are. So don't get upset if your people do not go along with for you for the ride because they're not really your people. You will find it. And that is by letting go of our next thing, which is our limiting beliefs. So these are I can'ts. These are our things standing in our own way. These are what knocks us down when we're stressed out, burns us out. These are things that basically eliminate success for us in anything. So this is bigger than just building your business because when you build your life this way, your business is also built this way. So when you think about what's holding you back, usually we spend like 5 to 10 minutes on this, but I do want to get to some of the other good stuff. And we have like 17 minutes left because we've been so good at sharing. But like, what is one thing that comes to your mind that holds you back? Yes, student Maggie. Oh, Nicole, we got a new hand. Maggie, can you let someone else speak? Go ahead, Nicole.
No, yeah, I was just saying like me, like I hold myself back, you know, in many things, like, you know, working full time and being mama full, you know, with the schooling and everything, just in general, like me being in school and then being in school and homeschooled and then full-time job that I'm blessed with, yes, but then wanting to do this as well. And like, it's me, you know, it's like, I hold myself back and from many things, like, I'm not going to take up too much time because I know we're sharing, but this past Wednesday, my fellow Nicole that was in the
I
and
feel like
we
she's
were at the
breaking
same
up.
place in Argosy, and it just so happens that I still have months to go. Oh, am I? Hello? It
I
says
feel
it's
like you're
unstable.
glitching.
Basically, yeah, it's me, just me. Like ultimately, we can hold ourselves back.
Oh yeah. And it's trying to find that like way that you can let go of your shame and judgment, because that's what's holding us back. That you're on your own journey, so enjoy that journey. I mean, we all have our own things going on. So it's really to find the joy in the journey, not the end point. You know. Anybody else care to share?
Myself, in that I don't have a business brain. So when I look at some of the videos and trying to explain the business, it's difficult for me because I'm a hands-on, face-to-face, and even though this is face-to-face, it's not the same thing as us sitting down, looking at the same material, doing the same material together. And so that's one of my limiting beliefs. And then another one is that I psych myself out to say I don't know what I'm doing. And it's very frustrating. So those are two.
Laura, have you looked at the trainings in the coach's office, in the back office?
Like a month or two ago, and then since then I haven't gone back. But
I feel like that helped me really understand. I love like all of the Zooms and all of that from other teams, but I get like super distracted by all of it. I like the actual trainings. That's like that was my first stop, was the like actual trainings for Beachbody in the back office, because they're just like somebody talking to you, not like I'm looking at all these people and getting distracted and like I don't even know what's going on. That would be a place to start. And just doing what you said about that book, just those little things. One thing, you're not going to know it all. Nobody knows it all. I know nothing. I just pretend, and people believe me. You could edit that part out.
well, I'm going to start sitting with my husband, and I just talked to him today about getting into that back office, and we sit and we watch one video a day, just so that I have one other person to, even in the classroom, I talk things out. If I don't understand something, I talk to myself, and then eventually I come to an understanding. So this way he'll be my sounding board. So we're going to start that. We didn't get to today, but tomorrow.
Perfect. Yes. Set aside time, schedule it in, and then it's going to happen. Anybody else? I saw another hand. Where'd it go? Yes. I think we're in a different spot. Go ahead.
Sorry. Hi. So I'm kind of on the same page as Miss Laura. Like, I know what to say, but I always feel like I am sounding so salesy, so hitchy, and I don't sound like, when somebody asks me about business, I'm just super short, like, oh, I do Beachbody. Hi. I never give like an actual answer. So I always feel like if somebody asks me about it or I bring it up, I'm trying to sound salesy, which isn't the case, but I know how I sound when I'm not, like when I'm just talking about whatever, and then all of a sudden somebody asks me about this, and I'm like genuinely still super excited about it. I'm like, I love it. I've lost a ton of weight. I've done this, that, blah, 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 blah. And then I reread it. I'm like, oh, that sounds really cheesy, or that sounds really salesy, or oh, I probably sound annoying, even though they're the ones that might have reached out to me. I'm like, oh, but does that sound right? I even messaged Maggie this morning. I'm like, I don't freaking know what to say. So I psych myself out. I probably overthink it more than I should, but
I think working on your why would help you, because then you'll be like, I'm just sharing this, because you said you were
my
struggling
why
with
is
that.
my kids, and it's always my kids. I
Well,
love
let's
my
not make it your
kids.
kids. Let's make it you, girl.
I would say one thing, like as women that we really struggle with, and I've talked about to my team about this as well, is the power of positive self-talk. And like when you vocalize and say out loud, this stresses me out, or I'm not good at this. Like, and we all do this. Like, you convince this thing that you are not good at this and you are stressed out and you sound salesy, and like so many of us feel that way. So literally, like, and I tell this to my students all the time, like, you can convince yourself and we do, of so many negative things, and you have just as much power to convince yourself of positive ones. Like, you can convince yourself you are physically ill, or I've seen on like Untold Stories of the Year, like a woman convinced herself she was pregnant and her entire body went into a full pregnancy, like stomach, everything, and they did an ultrasound and there was no baby. Like, your mind is so freaking powerful, and you can tell yourself that you're a damn boss lady, that anyone would be lucky to join you because they would. And you just it's like a mindset thing. It takes, like, it's not easy, but you have to take control of this thing, because it can be a monster or like amazing.
Sorry, Erin, I didn't mean to take over. But no, I'm telling you, I mean, just a little about my therapy journey. I was in therapy intense for like 15 years. And part of it was just all of my shaming and self-hate. And it was like, tell yourself you love you. Look in the mirror. I was like, oh, hell no. No. I was like disgusted. Tell little Jackie you love her. Nope. After so much work, and basically like faking it till you make it. Like, you say your positive affirmations over and over, and eventually you believe them. Now I'm like, I freaking love you, girl. Let's do this. But that did not happen overnight. And it takes, like Erin's saying, it takes yourself to convince you. You guys, we go to school to learn a job. Nobody says, how do you want to feel when you grow up? Which is so sad. But it's a reality. So now it's like, it's your turn to figure out how you want to feel and how you want to like live your life. And so the salesy thing is, I think, just the way we kind of look at it. I mean, I could share some of my messages. I am not a professional. I'm like been doing this a few months, but I just feel like I had this like mind switch when I started. Like, I feel so empowered. Like, that's what I want to share. And if you think I'm salesy, well, then next, because I'm really not. I mean, of course, the money is nice, and I have the luxury of also having another job that I don't have to stress out about that part. But like, I'm doing it because it empowered me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never worked out for, I think, almost 11 months. Are you crazy? I would only work out 1 month and be like, nope. I made this promise, and I'm like, hell no, I'm not breaking it. And that's the power of the group, because you guys pull me along. So
It's Adriana, right? That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Adriana. Okay. I was the same way. And like, I would be like, I'm so stressed. And I think I talked about this before. Like, what do you physically feel when you're excited and stressed? It's like the same thing. It's just what you label it. And I'm the same way. Like, I've shared this before. I wake up so anxious all the time. I don't know why. I think I just tell myself I'm anxious, but I'm really just so excited. I don't know about what, but it's the same like feeling. I just get so excited. But I started waking up saying, Erin, you're not anxious. Like, I was convincing myself I'm anxious and I'm fine. So I do the same thing. If it makes you feel any better.
It
It's
does.
just like a mind app, you know what I mean?
Yes. So Erin, instead of saying I'm not anxious, say I'm so excited. Try that.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So that, just those little things, you guys, honestly, and that's why, like, it goes way back even to the meditation, because then you're more present to catch yourself doing that stuff.
Mhm.
Like, if you write down how many times you self-hate, it's really sad. And so what you want to do is have that happen less and less, and that builds your confidence, and also like continuing your own journey, because then you start to trust yourself, and that's really what it's all about.
Can I add? I don't know how it is in high school, but in elementary, we are told it's 8 to 1. You need to have 8 positive words to every 1 negative, just to even out the negativity. So basically, you have to have more positives than even the 8 to 1 negative to delete that negative idea or that negative word or any of that.
And we're way older than elementary school kids,
Yeah.
so we've been living with this crap way longer. So we probably need like 80 to 1. You know, it's a reality, but it's some cool stuff. And I just think this is like free therapy, and it's going to help all of us like grow and develop into who we're supposed to be. And that's what's really cool about it. So let's move on. We only have a few more minutes. Does anybody have anything fun happening this week? Erin, you have a birthday, don't you?
This is so vain. but I'm getting my eyebrows waxed and I cannot wait. I'm
Oh,
sorry
yes.
I had to go there. I'm so excited.
I know, it's been crazy.
Yay. Good. Well, now we can finally look at you, Maggie. I've been trying to avert the eyes. So, Erin, happy birthday to you tomorrow.
Thank
Because
you.
My birthday is on Friday. So,
Oh, happy early
yeah,
birthday.
so 2 of us have.
Wait,
our
isn't this
birthdays.
a big one, Laura?
50.
Yes, ma'am. 50.
Woo!
Happy
Happy
decade.
birthday.
I swear to God,
You are
everyone I
such
know
a fox.
is having a huge birthday this year, of course. But you'll never forget it. But you're kind of like running free in Nebraska. We're
That's
still
right.
locked down.
A little bit. We still have, our bars aren't open yet. I think they open next week, the bars, but they'll still be minimized. So, yeah. So, but we're going to have a
Happy early
party.
birthday.
It's a surprise party, but I know about it.
For you?
I know, my birthday's in like, well, you know, I have a countdown because I love my whole birthday month. But anyways, I'm like, I'm going to see, I want Mike to give me this balloon arch. So I've been like putting these pictures, like, is it wrong to order my own balloon arch?
No, it's your 40th.
Oh my God, your 40th. That's crazy.
Hi, big birthdays.
And
So, go ahead.
All right.
nothing. I got nothing.
Oh.
All right. So why I put that on here is because I feel like we get so stressed out that we forget to have fun, and we want to have fun that is not attached sometimes to like Beachbody or business, or we just want to disconnect. So it's so important, and this is where I need to work because I'm so passionate about this, and it's like a new passion and a new purpose that I'm like all in, and I feel like I'm disconnected from everybody else around me. So to schedule time for me to have some fun and go fly a drone and hit a car window, but whatever, it was fun. So definitely every week, something fun. It does not have to be huge. It could be watching a movie, but just do something to unplug and recharge. And then the rest of this, I'm going to give you homework because we don't have much time, but you should do a self-care activity every single day. But let's think of one that you could do a week. And it should be something that like gives you joy. It shouldn't be zone out on Netflix for 8 hours because that's going to spiral you into a dark mental place. So you want to say maybe like 2 hours or an hour or whatever. So you want to do some kind of self-care activity. And then, sorry, he's building it back. And also your weekly, we were talking about affirmations, the power of the word. I say like a couple every single day just because I took this course that talks about happiness, and it's better to do these little things every single day because then they bring constant joy instead of like this one big aha moment. So these little baby things along the way. And then the last one, 5 things that make me awesome. Not about health and fitness, not about your family, you. What makes you freaking a rock star? Why you want to do that is because this is going to help you. I'm going to move over because he's seriously right out my window. This is going to help you build your market because then you can look at like Facebook and stuff, and my bedroom is my office, and you can look at Facebook and Instagram and find groups and pages of people that like the same things you like. And then you kind of stalk them a little bit and see how they engage on the page. And that builds your market. That was kind of what the National Wake Up Call was about like you never run out of people to invite because you're always finding like new things to connect with them about. So your homework are those 2 things. And then every single day I have been starting to use the success tracker. We also, in our team drive, like check it out. Maggie and all the girls have spent lots of time, figuring, there's posts, there's invites, there's meal plans. So we have all these resources. There's just a lot of them. So sometimes it's like overwhelming, but it's all there. And if you get desperate, just look at other people's posts and copy it and change it up to yours. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as you're building your confidence. And if you don't know, just ask, okay? Does anybody have any other questions? That was a lot, like super therapeutic. Sorry, my man.
Can we just go around and maybe share one affirmation that you have for yourself?
Yes, I love it.
I want everyone. Okay, one affirmation. I could start. Or Adriana, you start. You start.
I can do it.
That you can
I need
do
to
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do it.
You can do it.
My hair is so pretty.
Are you talking to me?
That was a joke. I seriously feel like trash with my hair like this. I was just going in an order. I don't know, a real one. Someone else go. Anything.
I am worth it.
I am committed.
I am driven to lead.
Who said that? Anne?
Me, Christina.
Christina. Okay.
Can you guys finally hear me?
I know, like, there's a new voice. There's a new
You
voice.
get new Wi-Fi, Christina? Did you get new
I'm
internet?
using my hotspot.
A new router, maybe?
I know. Well, it's weird because when I do Zoom calls with my account, it's fine. But I'm using my hotspot from
Yeah.
my phone.
Wow, you're really like talking. It's all
Perfect.
working.
I know, it's crazy. I love to talk too. Sometimes, when I'm frozen, I get like so frustrated. I'm like, ah. So anyways, it's working. Hi.
Nicole, do you want to go?
Sure. I say I'm a warrior.
Stephanie.
I have just like it's all going so fast. Like I don't have just one.
Say it all, girl.
Oh, well, my affirmation next week is I'm gonna be positive with myself.
Perfect. I love that. Sandy?
I will be confident in everything that I do. So I struggle with that. So I'm going to really work on being confident in sharing, inviting, and just in everything that I do. So it's a lot of work, but I will do it.
Anne?
Okay, so I actually have an affirmations app on my phone because I'm really bad about like doing my own affirmations, but I do make up some, but like some of the ones that I've probably made up was that I'm an inspiration to others and I make my dreams come true. So those are kind of some of my main ones that I have. Also some financial ones or I make my husband and children proud every day. So those are a few of them.
My real one, Sandy inspired me with this, but I am calm. I need to convince myself I am calm, and then I will be calm.
Are convincing yourself. You don't need to. You are. I am
calm.
I am calm.
Mm.
Laura, did you go? Did you share?
Yeah, Laura said I'm committed.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so just now I thought I'm self-aware, and you brought that to my attention, Jackie, when you said if you are struggling to figure out your why or your limiting beliefs, or you need more self-awareness. And I was like, ding, 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 ding. Like I knew it, but I didn't know they had a name. And that's where I like start to feel like, God, I'm not like smart enough. And I am. So I have to tell myself, like, I know these things. I am smart enough. And then I put down that I'm a fearless leader who takes charge. So that's what I have. But I have the other ones too, but that's the main one.
Mine is I am powerful.
Yeah, you are. I mean, look at you. You totally like use that power during this power hour.
So funny, me.
Oh my God, I love it.
I like it.
And really quick, I know what you mean about the app. So I don't know, do you have the I am cards? The Bar Blend I am cards?
No, I don't have those. I do have a couple other ones. I have the Universe Has Your Back cards.
Oh, okay, perfect. So those
fun.
are good because I try to draw one every day before I start my business like my business hours. I try to pull one and I put it on my desk and I look at it throughout, my time that I'm working. So, but yeah, I'm like you too. Like I need someone to tell me like how I'm feeling today, or just to get me motivated.
And you guys,
Like,
it's totally fine because we are not trained. We have not been programmed to think about how we're feeling. So it's a feeling that's in there with those I am cards. So don't think like, I don't know what to feel. It's like, you're actually looking at it. And before we were in quarantine, I would pull a card every day for school. And I would tell the students, like, this is what you're focusing on today. And I do it with Noah too. And when he's down, it's like, remember, this is what you are. Yeah.
Jackie, that like how you said we're not trained to do da-da-da. Like we also have to remind ourselves, most of us did not go to school to run our own business. Like we're all doing. And you need to remind yourself that and be kind to yourself, because no one goes to school to be a business owner like online. Like Jackie's a business teacher, but the rest
I don't know how to do it in real life. I was telling Maggie, I know all this stuff, but I don't know how to really do it.
I feel like that's something I was always like so hard on myself with in the beginning of coaching. Like my husband told me, he's like, babe, you didn't go to school to run a business. Like be nice to yourself,
Oh, that's so true. And I want each of you to know that you are a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, damn right we are.
It took me a while to have that belief and confidence in myself. Like, you are a business owner.
I know, I feel like it just
investing in
got
your
that
health
confidence.
every month, investing in your business every month.
And I feel like that just happened for me, like, I don't know, last week when I was talking to Maggie about like posting. I never talk about coaching. And I'm like, I felt like maybe I was ashamed of it. Like I didn't believe it for a minute. And then I was like, who cares? Like who cares? I love this. It's fun. Like, it's empowering. You want to get on
There
my
was a
butt,
gal a few weeks ago, and I can't remember her name. She was on the National Wake Up Call, who said just what you said, Erin, that she invested 5 years in her education to become a teacher, and she was going to spend 5 years investing in her business to see where it went, because it floundered at first, and she was thinking about giving up, but she thought, you know what, I spent thousands on my education for 5 years, and I spent, I don't know, $200 or whatever she spent for her business. And so, I mean, that was a perfect example.
It is a very good point.
I feel like it just comes down to trusting yourself and taking that leap of faith you already have because you're this far, and then just kind of like trusting like you've already survived any hard thing in your life. And this is fun and it brings you power. Like I never thought I'd put a freaking picture of myself in my bathing suit on the internet. If you knew how deep that wound is. But girls, it's freaking empowering. And it's not like, look at me, but it's like, wow, I'm proud of me. And when you're proud of yourself, you are limitless. So just remember your power. And it does take work. So I always do this once a week. And then I use the Success Club tracker because it helps me with my 1 hour that I'm like totally focused on my business. And I've used Facebook like my journal. It's become like journaling time. And I save all those posts. Maybe I'll make a book like Heart Talk.
Exactly.
Coming soon.
Seriously.
Amazon.
Yeah.
But it really has. And the response is what like keeps you going. Like I never thought like so many people would be inspired by what I have to say. And then that like inspires you. So you guys are on the right path. Thank you for participating in this today.
Oh my gosh. I am loving this so much. Like my heart is like busting out of its whatever right now. Like this was
Laura,
great.
is Keith loving this? Is his heart busting out?
Yes, heart busting out. That's gonna be a new sign on my wall.
He looks like he's in his
oh, she has headphones on.
Yeah, he's just full of passion over there.
That's so funny. Hey, can we do a boom real quick?
Yeah. And I think you could tag all of us, right? Is there enough?
You can do 10.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't have Stephanie and Sandy on Instagram. I don't think so.
Well, you can just put it somewhere and then I could just screen record it. That's not
All right.
That's fine by me. So you don't have to tag me if it doesn't fit.
This was amazing, Jackie.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, Jackie,
Okay.
that was awesome.
What should we do? Should we do a heart?
Yes! Sorry, I got really excited.
Yeah. A heart for Jackie?
Hang on. I need to fix this, baby.
How's Karen gonna do that?
I won't.
Okay,
it's
now I'm
fine.
going to officially start crying. This is
Okay,
awesome.
ready? Hang on. Oh my God, please hold. Please hold. I need to get the lighting right.
I know, my lighting's not a control right in here. I gotta work on
Nope,
it.
that's not gonna work. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
This is good for our arms, I guess. We're working out our arms too.
This is just
Like Thigh Master.
Oh my God, do you remember that thing?
Your
All right,
push-up challenge today?
why is this
Yeah.
happening right now?
Did you do it?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Good
1,
girl.
2, 3. Perfect.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you guys so much.
Oh,
And if you need help
you
with this
guys-
stuff, it is my jam. So you can
Oh
message
yeah.
me
Did you put this
anytime.
on our team drive?
I just put it on our team page. I can upload it to there
Okay.
too.
Will you put it on? I think we have a personal development folder, and if we don't,
Perfect.
will you create one?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, why don't we have one if we don't have one? Next Tuesday, we're having two-star coach Kelly Heyman come on. She's amazing. I met her at NLC when I went to LA a couple of years ago, and she is a single mom, and she's killing the business. But what happened was she fell off, but she came back, and she wants to share that with all of you. She's just a rock star. So I hope you guys can all make it next Tuesday for it. And it's at 8:00. So I think, yeah, it's at 8. She's from Canada too. I don't know which part though. Nova Scotia, Stephanie. Is that by you? Yeah, she's over there. She's over there. She's up there.
I have no
She's in a
idea where
nice
that
spot.
is.
Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies. Have a great week. Okay.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys. Thanks,
Jackie. And
Jackie.
happy
Thank
birthday,
you,
Erin. Happy
guys.
birthday,
Thank
Laura.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Bye, guys.
ladies.
Bye. Happy birthday.
Bye.